Hello, everyone. Welcome to TTT Thursday. That stands for tips, tricks, tutorials. I know we took last week off. We are back. First, I'm going to make sure that we're actually broadcasting out to the YouTubes because also another thing, you guys are going to have to let me know if you can hear me because during that entire playback of the intro song, I heard nothing. So you tell me if you heard anything or if you can hear me now. Also, next thing up, we have to discuss. I know we took a week off, so y'all have been thirsty to know. You need to know what's in your cup. So let's talk about this. Let me see. Yes, good morning. All right, we sound good. Awesome. I don't know what happened with the thing. It just, there was no audio, but thank you so much for that Serenity Journey. How are you? How's everything going? I did not appreciate your tone on the Twitters with my photo, which I thought was just really cool because, so if you all didn't know, Seattle has a new NHL, and I say new because technically we had the Seattle Metropolitans, literally a decade ago, but we are back in the NHL hockey scene. Yesterday was our draft day, kind of, even though the official draft is on Friday. We got to put in our names for all of the teams that we take someone from that aren't protected, and we now have more players. So now we're going into the draft official one, which we will have a number 2 pick in the first round on Friday. Did you care or ask about anything hockey related? No, you did not. Did you get it anyway? Yes, you did. So let's go with what's in your cup today, and we will move on from there. Okay, so we have bottled water. I know you were teasing. It's totally fine. By the way, I also have not the usual camera that I have in other live streams. I'm actually using the Sony a6400. It's got that automatic face tracking, so hopefully it's working pretty well. And if you yell at me during this stream that I'm not in focus, I swear to goodness we're going to have some issues. But I digress. Let's go with what's in your cup. This is the A Priori, of course, from Gary V, Wine of the Month Club. This is the pick. It just got delivered 2 days ago. This is the Pinot Noir from 2017. I know that this particular brand has been in the box a few times, whether it has been a Chardonnay and there's been a Rosé and now a Pinot Noir. So they really, really, really like this particular company, but I wanted to share that with you. That's what we're drinking. Cheers to you. And not only that, when we were going back to talking about the camera and everything like that with the autofocus, it better be working. I switched out the lens that I usually use even when I've been recording some stuff recently, so this is still new. There's something buzzing. Can you tell me if you're hearing buzzing? I'm gonna unplug one of these inputs. Maybe that's gonna help. Is that better? I think that's better. All right, so we're gonna play catch up. So last week, if you didn't know, we did not do a TTT Thursday because of the fact that I was traveling for work. It was the first travel since basically November of 2019, so it's been a long time. And what's interesting is I've been talking to a few different people about how they're about to take their first trip, or like they just recently took their first trip, or this was their first trip, and it's just a little bit nerve-wracking going through the airports or flying or driving, just everything going on right now. You think, oh, traveling, some normalcy, but then it's also like traveling, whoa, it's a little bit scary. So there is a light buzzing. You're hearing that? Okay, I want to make the sound as good for you as possible, so please let me know if there's something that's happening. I don't understand why it's doing that. Ugh. But what do you guys think of the lighting? I've been trying. I will say shout out to a few different people. I think it was Sagi from Tech Gear Talk. I looked at your video review of the A6400. Shout out to Diana Gladney from Let's Get Live Family and all of that Ecamm Live group. I watched a tutorial on setting up the A6400. I mean, I watched several, just trying to glean different parts from different people about setting up everything properly. So shout out to Diana for the walkthrough, your video. There was a few others that I watched online, but I wanted to make sure that I shouted out a couple of those. So, what's gray? What is gray? What? What? Hello, Dr. Elo. How you doing? How's it going, everybody? Thanks for being here. If you haven't yet, and I'm a bad YouTuber, I didn't do the whole like announce early and all that kinds of stuff. Let me see if I can also bring up the comments at least. So let me see if there's anything. There we go. Hey, Milton versus Cancer Vlog. What are you doing over here? I usually just see you in the Discord, and I see you in the, yeah, hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. So nice. I don't know. Oh, yeah. The background is actually not great. This is a green screen. Y'all know this. This is a green screen. But I actually like this background. I just kind of like the, you guys want a different background? We can do a different background, okay? But Zach Talks Tech. Hey, buddy, how are you? I've been seeing you posting more streams lately and talking about things. And I have to say, I was really pleasantly pleased. I hate myself. I was pleasantly surprised and excited to see you on a stream with Painfully Honest Tech the other day. I was like, yay! That made my heart so happy to see you guys like kind of back together again and doing the whole thing live. So it's great to see you. How are you? I saw you doing some travel recently, taking photos. I love those photos, especially when you're like, that's me. I'm the guy that takes photos with my iPad or with my phone or whatever. Anyways, I love those. Yeah, Milton versus Cancer Vlogs. Thank you, by the way, for keeping me honest the very first day when I released my very first video on TubeBuddy, right? You were like, hey, it'd be nice if there were timestamps in here. And I was like, I'm a bonehead, because actually it was on my list of things to do. And I was like, thank you for that. I was like, great idea. I'm going to go back and do it right now. And I'm like, I suck at life, because, yeah, I was supposed to do that. I know. I take pictures of lakes. I know. I loved it. I love that so much, right? Yeah. Actually, let me see if I can get you guys a different background. 1 second here. This is just a shoot the breeze chat. I don't have anything particularly that we need to chat about. So if there's something that y'all really want to chat about, we totally can. 1 second here. Let's do something like... Yes. No. 1 second. It's hard because in the preview window it's very small, so I'm like, which one did I pick? There we go. We'll be on the bridge for a little bit. Do you like the TubeBuddy videos? Thank you so much. Use a like picture, one of mine. Grab it from right. Do you guys want to know a secret? By the way, I think I've told most of you all this, but let me tell you. 1 second, and I can show you. The background for TubeBuddy. It's a photo, so most of the time I'm green screening myself against this. Insider secrets. How about West Elm? We'll be inside of West Elm right now. Oh, look at me. I'm so like put together. Okay, look at that. The TubeBuddy ones, I will say, you know, even back in the day, we'll just talk about this real quick. I was always like, yeah, like live streams, no big deal, totally fun, rockin'. And then when we were getting ready, because actually I had uploaded all 4 of the videos that are coming out in this series, and we were just waiting to release them at a certain date and everything like that. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, like, because on this channel, y'all know, I put out a video, and if I'm lucky, I get 100 views on it. I'm like, no big deal. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to be on a channel where, like, people actually watch it. And I was just like, oh my God. Nerve-wracking. And then all of a sudden I was like, I thought I was ready, and then I was like, I'm a little scared. And I've been waiting for some of these comments to come in, like, who's this girl? What's going on? But no, people have been pretty nice about it, so. Oh yeah, Clubhouse is open to the public now. I know. I had seen like the version 2.0 out of beta or something, you know, big announcement. So that's exciting. I honestly haven't been on Clubhouse very much, especially this last couple of weeks, because last week, like I said, I was on a work trip. But the YouTube ladies night room that I'm usually on Thursdays before this live stream, this week they were taking the week off. Last week I was out of town, so it's been a couple weeks. And then the Tuesday room that sometimes I had joined in, that was from Hallie Smith. And if you guys don't follow Hallie, you should, especially if you like coffee and perkiness, and she's super great. And she has a room, it's just usually about like the creator economy and all kinds of great topics and great people. And I think last week we couldn't do it. And then, like I said, last week I was also gone. So it's been a couple weeks since I've been on Clubhouse. It's been a little while. So I know this is a very posh background, right? This is a, I got it. Did you know that inside of West Elm, if I was Googling, as you do, like Zoom backgrounds, and one of them that came up, there's an entire 4 or 5 folder of different background rooms and things from West Elm that you can just download. And I was like, wow, it makes it look like my life is put together. Sure, give me this one. So I used this one in a beauty video the other day too. So there's that. By the way, y'all, so this camera, because I'm still getting used to it, it's on like an arm that's articulating forward, but because it's so far forward, because it's the 16mm lens on it, which means I got to be pretty close to get everything and the green screen and not have it be cut off. So it's on this long arm on this pole. So I've got like a couple of like bags on a rope on the back end of it, kind of like, because I don't have little sandbags, just kind of like keeping the balance, and it's resting on the top of like my monitor / iMac. So I'm just hoping that it doesn't like completely fall over during the stream, but that's what we're working with. That's what we're working on. You're watching from Guatemala? Holy cajoli. Wow. I know that, by the way, in the Discord mod section that you guys are going to be meeting, I think it's tomorrow morning. So Stanley had made a meeting, but it's during a regularly scheduled meeting that we're already in. But, however, they're going to scoot it by 10 minutes so that I can at least come to the first 10 minutes of your guys' meeting, come say hello, introduce myself. We'll talk about, stuff in the future, but I know there'll be a different regularly scheduled meeting, I guess, next month, and we'll talk all about, live streams and Feedback Friday and stuff coming back in the future and all that, because I know that people are keen to get that going and stuff. So I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you guys, but yeah, so I'll at least get to come say hi for a little bit for, I think, tomorrow morning. So what's going on with y'all? Is this green screen part of Ecamm software, or can it be done on a Windows device? Okay, so there's a couple things to dissect there. So one, I am using Ecamm. It's my favorite streaming interface, and I'm also pushing out through Restream. So I usually use both in conjunction, because then I can simulcast between, YouTube and Facebook, sometimes Twitch or whatever else. So I use those two together. Inside of Restream, as of yet, they don't have native green screen support. Inside of Ecamm, they do. So right now, it just kind of depends. Sometimes I like going inside of Restream Studio and pushing out, because it's really simple, and you can see all the comments come up on screen, and that's kind of nice. But they don't do the green screen stuff, so you just see a big ugly green screen. But right now, technically, I am using Ecamm. Ecamm is only available on Mac. So if you wanted to do Ecamm, which you can also, there's a link down there. You can get a free trial, all that good stuff. But it is on Mac only. Restream, however, though, since it's browser-based, you can use that on a Windows machine or whatever else, and that's just using your browser. And you can also, it's neat, though, because on Ecamm and on Restream, you can join by phone or something like that, and you don't have to have an account either way, so anyone joining is really easy. But yeah, if you're hosting the stream, the browser-based one is going to be Restream, and then the software-based one, which is downloaded on Mac only, is going to be Ecamm. So hope that clarifies. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. If that was an over explanation, that is something that I tend to do, and people have to be like, dude, you don't have to say all of that. That's just what I do. That's what I do. Okay, so what would y'all like to talk about? We have a little bit of time, so whatever you want to talk about. One thing I was going to ask y'all about, are there any particular videos that you guys are really wanting to see on the channel? Because I have missed a couple weeks, because one thing was that I think we had talked about this before, if you were here for a stream. It was that I can't make all the same types of videos that I was making in the past. So anything where I was usually giving like YouTube advice, now it's going to be more so on the TubeBuddy channel or Feedback Friday and Discord type of videos. So not those. Other things that you want to learn about though, let me know. What do we got here in the chat? We've got Windows-based systems with chroma key, aka green screen, are vMix and OBS. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I've used OBS. Yes. It's very powerful. The learning curve is a little bit steep, I think, sometimes when you're first getting in, because sometimes things are a little maybe too customizable, or like you forget to copy over some settings from one scene to another and you're just like, oh, man. But yeah, I've heard good things about vMix. I've never tried that one, and I will say OBS, one thing about it is it always seemed to be very processor like heavy. So every time I used it, it sounded like my computer was like taking off for flight. You know what I mean? The fan is going and all that stuff. Maybe that's improved with some of the M1, Macs. But now that I have Ecamm, I haven't really felt the need to go keep testing OBS. So, you use OBS? Mm-hmm. The top 5 affiliate links that make you grow financially, suggestions for vids. Are you talking about for here or for TubeBuddy? I will say one of the things that we get a lot is, how do I get my first brand deal? How do I get, more money? How do I become a creator that's full-time faster? So those are kind of interesting. If you're asking me a personal question, I mean, we could just answer it, but we could also wrap it into a video, because most of the people who watch live streams don't usually come back and like watch the whole, reverse that. Most of the people who watch the on-demand videos, like the recorded videos, are usually not the same people who go and watch the entirety of a live stream. So I could give you the secrets to the universe in a live stream, and the people who come watch the 5-minute videos on Sundays would never know, unless someone ripped it out and created a little clip of it or something. Okay. So affiliate links. Ecamm has been something. Amazon has been something. TubeBuddy actually had been something. What else has there been? Makeup brushes. Yeah. Makeup brushes. I've had a few of those come in. Every once in a while I just get a surprise deposit and I'm like, thank you for that. And I've had a couple very, very small, but couple of payments from Restream. So there you go. There's that for you. True, pen ready. Those were just my personal ones that I've been using. I will say, like, most of the time I usually only have affiliate links for, I don't have as many as other people because I don't sign up for every single affiliate program out there, but I usually just sign up for the ones that I'm actually services that I'm using. So like I have stuff linked for Amazon. I use Ecamm. I love Ecamm. I use and love TubeBuddy. I use and love Restream. So those are pretty much the ones that I get paid for. So those are them. 80, hey, how are you? It's great to see you. You're beautiful. Thank you. And you know, it's funny. So maybe I was just saying that on the back of the pole that's holding up my camera, because it's on a long arm, I'm actually holding it on with a string box for a brand new set of the Allie Glines makeup bags that I just ordered and they got delivered. And I was like, this is kind of on a string. It'll work like a sandbag. So that's kind of what's on there. But FYI, spoiler alert, from my beauty channel, I will be unboxing the Allie Glines customizable makeup bags. So I just got that package yesterday, and they're very pretty. One of the reasons I got them is because the small little bag is one that I was thinking would also fit inside of the Peter McKinnon Nomadic Everyday Backpack bag that I just ordered off the Kickstarter, from Nomadic. I'm hoping that it gets here in time for the Vid Summit trip, because I would like to be able to pack up all of my gear and stuff in my everyday backpack. I didn't get the big backpack. If any of you out there did get it, let me know. It looked beautiful and everything, but it was just too big. And even though I'm a taller person for a lady, I felt like that bag was too big. So I feel like that everyday being a little bit smaller is going to be a good one for me. So I'm very excited about that. And just randomly, one of the best travel backpacks that I've used for my technology so funny was I went to Workforce. What do they call it? Leap. They call it, and Workforce is basically like a big project management software tool, right? So when I was working at a previous job, I actually was one of like the administrators for our instance of Workfront. Did you ask for any of this? No, you did not, but this train is going someplace. There's a destination. It's a short story. Stick with me. So I was sent to this conference called Leap. It's in Texas. One of the goodies for all attendees was this backpack. And you would think most of the time when you go attend any kind of work conference thing, and the stuff they give you, it's not very good. I am telling you, I used the crap out of this backpack. I took it with me on my trip to Thailand. I took it with me like to my trip last week to San Diego. It's got this laptop pocket. It's got like all of these extra little pockets for like all your stuff. And it came from a work conference type of swag baggy type, just tchotchke item that everyone gets. And it's been my favorite travel bag, and I'm hoping to replace it with the Peter McKinnon camera bag, and that's going to be better. So there you go. Okay, so Serenity Journey said that's niche specific. The content creator links wouldn't do well on my spiritual channel. Yeah, for sure. So for you, you might have stuff like if you were doing the sound bowls, or if you were doing like, stuff like that too. If you were doing mindset, meditation, those types of things, you might like have a music service that has those kinds of playlists. You might have a digital product where you do those types of exercises, or you might have some sort of like connection with even something like a Audible or some sort of self-helpy type of thing where people could be listening to things, or the tarot cards or whatever else is kind of in that realm of that, or if it's whatever else, you know what I'm saying. So there's products on Amazon, sound things, visual things, your own digital things. Speaking of people and having merch or products that may or may not always be surprising or in line with kinds of videos that they make, my friend Samantha March, the beautiful Samantha March, who has moved from Iowa to Las Vegas, she has a beauty channel, and go her. She's reached over 100,000 skincare influencer of the year, hardest working lady, I feel like, on YouTube, has a podcast, has written 8 books that you can buy on Amazon, like just all these things. Launched her own brand called By Samantha March, and launched planners and like these word of the day type things and week at a glance stickers. And I will say one thing about her, like her community is so supportive, so amazing, and it just fits in line so much with what she does, because sometimes she'll post like word of the week or intentions or manifestation type things. And so I'm very proud of her. I was going to buy some stuff, but it sold out, so good for her. It's a good problem to have. But that is not something, I think she was a little more nervous because like, hey, this is not anything related to do with beauty, but like here it is. And her audience just loved it. She also released a makeup collaboration a few months ago, and it sold out too. So I think she needs to give herself more credit, because like she's doing amazing things. So good for that. All right. Thumbnail creations, Photoshop or Canva, which is the best, or is it another one? Hello, Sammy Superstar. That is what you are. Tech for your needs. Thank you. This is a West Elm. You missed it. We were cycling through the different backgrounds. I think I had a Star Wars one for a little while, and I also had this. Those two could not be further apart, I don't think. Yeah, we had the bridge, and then we had West Elm. Okay, so if you're asking me what I use sometimes for thumbnails, I will say I use 2 different programs, and they're pretty much the only ones I use on a regular basis. I use PicMonkey and I use Photoshop. Typically, most of the time, I end up using PicMonkey for almost most things that I do. Honestly, they have a one-click background remover, which is easier than like cutting yourself out in Photoshop. And for the most part, that's kind of what I do. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I boost up the saturation, because on YouTube it feels like that on your stuff you need to have a little bit brighter. They let me upload my font that I want, so like they make it pretty easy over there, I will say. Okay, but you know, Photoshop, do I know how to use Photoshop very well? No. Do I have it because it's in the Creative Suite? Yeah. Did any of y'all watch the video today by Hayden Hillier-Smith, which is Final Cut Pro editor, editing stuff inside of Premiere Pro? If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. I was going to say I kind of related so much with the video, but then there was a point where I did not, because he was able to, even in 2 hours, edit something and have it look pretty dang decent, and I was not that lucky. I even, like, I think the first time I opened up After Effects, I just closed it. I was just like, not today. Not today, no thank you. No thank you, I say. He was able in 2 hours to be like, oh, this doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna make it work. And he had all of these edits done, and I was just like, but how? Amazing. It was amazing. So, but I felt a little bit like, maybe you should go learn how to edit in like other programs sometimes, but like, anyways, I digress. It was a good video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's over on his channel. Yeah, there's that. PicMonkey, PicMonkey. PicMonkey, yeah. Do I have a video on PicMonkey? Actually, I have a few videos on PicMonkey. One of them, before I even had Photoshop, was like how to remove a background in PicMonkey, how to do like an outline in PicMonkey, how to use PicMonkey for a few things. So if you go to my channel and then go to the little search, you know, icon, and then type in PicMonkey, I think you'll see probably 3 or 4 videos that I've done on PicMonkey. That reminds me, I need to contact Christina Smallhorn. None of y'all know this. This is just my squirrel brain working, because we are supposed to have a PicMonkey live stream educational class inside of her Facebook group. I said that I would do that with her. That just reminded me as we were talking about PicMonkey. But yes, if you go take a look at my channel, PicMonkey, you're going to find several videos, which included the how to remove backgrounds, which, by the way, let me go check this out real quick. So, Shelly Saves the Day, PicMonkey. This was back before they had the automatic background removal. Oh, man. So, yeah, even 3 years ago, I was talking about how to erase backgrounds in PicMonkey, remove backgrounds from images with PicMonkey, so that's 2. Thumbnail design, PicMonkey, how to make your own thumbnail. That's from a couple years ago. And then in most of my tutorials, I'm probably showing you how to do it in PicMonkey, honestly. PicMonkey or Keynote. So those are the things. So yeah, I've been talking about PicMonkey for like 3 or 4 years. So there's that. I'm consistent. I'm consistent. Let's see, PicMonkey or Canva. For me, I like PicMonkey. I think that Canva has a couple of things that PicMonkey may not have yet. I think they're a much smaller company. One thing I like about PicMonkey was, for me too, because they were local. They're from Seattle, so I always like have a little bit of like, yeah, for the local guy or gal. One thing I will say I love about PicMonkey, love this. If you didn't know, they are now integrated with, I don't know the exact stock site, but they have stock videos and they have stock images that you can use in your thumbnails. And I use that a lot. I use that a lot. And now with like the videos and stuff, like you can resize them. Like if you need a square or you need like a IGTV type of like quick little video or something like that, they have it. It's included for free. Like, hello. Like instead of having to pay for a separate stock site, you just, it's included. You can be like, you want to start a design with a stock video or a stock photo? Here you go. Here's a whole library. So yeah. So I like PicMonkey, but I know a lot of people who love Canva, and that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I like PicMonkey personally. Good questions though. This is your guys' time. If you guys have something you want to say, in a nice way. If you have stuff you want to chat about, let me know. Let's talk about it. Story blocks? No. I can go to the website here. Let me go. see. It says on the website who they're integrated with. I was under pressure really quick, and I couldn't think of the name of it real quick. Let me see. Pick monkey, let me log in. This wine bottle's in the way. Okay, let's go take a look. Create a new, start with a stock photo. All right, so iStock by Getty and Unsplash. So they have integrations with iStock by Getty and Unsplash. So they have a bunch of stuff there for their videos. I don't think they list the source, but just FYI, if you go start a new design, and yeah, they have stock videos, they've got stock photos, one touch background eraser, which I use all the frickin' time. So there you go. All right, Storyblocks, nope, okay, and then William Rose, hello, downloaded PicMonkey, awesome. I think if you look in my description box, there might be, I don't know if it saves you any money. Go back and look. There's a link down in the description box, and it might save you a couple bucks. I don't know. So there's that. What am I drinking tonight? I am drinking the A Priori Pinot Noir 2017 from Sonoma County. This is, again, part of the Gary V Wine of the Month Club. This was just delivered in the last couple days, so that's what we're drinking there. Am I using a green screen effect? Yes. Yes, I am. Hello, Sam's Life with a Husky. You thought that I didn't recognize your username on Facebook just because it didn't say with a husky. I know who you are. I recognize. So, are we sick of West Elm? Shall we try a new one? Shall we try the... Shall we try the... This one? Shall we... Some stormtroopers coming around the corner soon. We'll go with this one for a little bit. How y'all doing? Yeah, Sam's Life with a Husky was here hanging out with me, but on Facebook when we were doing Sad Song Sundays, which we do over on Twitch and Facebook. Actually, I usually don't include Facebook. That was just I can't decide if that was me just being lazy and not unchecking the button, or if I really wanted to let Facebook know I was streaming. So there you go. Either way. But yeah, usually it's TikTok versus Twitch. We take sad songs and we do them on the guitar, and then if you can name the name of the band, the song, a factoid about the song or band or album, and your team gets points, which add up to mean nothing, but it's for the valor and glory. And so I will say for the last 5 weeks, it's been now 6 weeks. 5 weeks Twitch has won. 1 week TikTok has won. TikTok, they're youngins who don't know the old songs that I play. So there's that. Okay. Tender Heart, it's a pleasure to see you again. Where was the first time? Was it just a video on demand? Did you come to a live stream? Now I'm nosy. Tell me all the things. Okay. I'm going to put this comment over here so now I can read them. What else have you guys been up to? It's been a little while. Also, I haven't seen a lot of video requests, right? I guess the only one which we answered in the stream, which was making money, affiliate revenue streams, all that good stuff. You got this? Oh wait, that was way back in the day. Which was a Wednesday. 2 cool points for you and your team if you know the reference for that, it was back in the day, which was a Wednesday. You went to a theme park? Really? Nice. It was on Stephanie's live? Oh, sweet. Yeah. if you're talking about the lovely Stephanie Lou, which reminds me, oh man, do you ever feel like, raise your hand up in the chat if you feel like this, but you've got like a to-do list that is like this long, but your time to get it all done is like this long if you're calendar blocking? I've got so many things that are coming up. If y'all didn't know, I will be doing a series. I think it starts next week, y'all. I think it starts next week over on the eCam channel, which, by the way, we love eCam. And it's going to be using vertical video, talking about streaming, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to call it like a lunch and learn. So it's like Fridays, like noonish, I believe, if that's correct. So Fridays noonish, we'll be doing, I think for 6 weeks in a row, we'll be doing like 25 minute lunch and learns, talking about vertical video ideas. I've got a couple of like downloadable goodies and stuff that you guys get for free. And I think it's going to run up until the Leap into live stream, which is put on by Stephanie and, you know, eCam and all that stuff, which I will be a speaker at, which I need to submit my, they told me what I'm talking about. I need to go back and read it. What I need to talk about, plus I need to film it. I think, do I film it or do I do a presentation? It might be live presentations. No, I think I film it. Y'all, seriously, this is my brain right now. I need to like write down all my stuff. Sam, I was trying to do my week at a glance, but those were sold out. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. Like my Post-it notes were not helping at the time when I needed. Okay, so I also have the Leap into live stream series thing that I will be doing over there. Plus, you know, work is just busy right now. It's busy, y'all. And I feel there's more. I feel like there's more. But like seriously, the next 6 weeks of lunch and learns for eCam is like on my brain. I need to get those done. Okay. Okay. So hello to Cam. I'm in touch without emotion. Oh, thank goodness I'm not the only one, right? Oh, yes, I do remember you saying I roar like a lion, but deep down inside, I am a nice person. I know, and I was like, don't tell people, right? Yeah, I actually am a nice person. So, I do specifically remember that comment. Yes, I do. But yeah, seriously, you guys, I've got so much going on right now. I got a lot going on. So, there's all that. And I felt like actually, I almost thought about doing it as a topic tonight of like how to get more done with your time by like calendar blocking and all this stuff. And I was like, girl, get your house in order first before you start telling people how to do more with their time, because like your stuff is not like in order for you. And then I'm gonna be like, do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. And I think really being out last week, and I don't think he's watching, but Caleb from eCam, sweetest, nicest person. I think he poked me to be like, hey, how are you doing with this? And I was like, I've lost all of my Post-its about the series here in Seattle, and I'm currently not in Seattle. So all of the stuff that I had written down to be like ready for, it's all gone for the next week. It's just not here. So there's that. Do you have a channel where you make actual videos, not tutorials? Tutorials are actual videos. I have a lot of channels, just FYI. Most of them are not good. So just being honest with you. And maybe that was too honest. So I have a beauty channel where I do unboxings and I talk about makeup because it's fun. It's just a fun thing to do, which by the way, I'm so mad. I'm just gonna, as a personal side, I love when people are like, you don't know what it's like. And I'm like, girl, fella, I have a channel that has like 40 subscribers and has for like 2 years. So don't tell me I don't know what it's like to have a small channel or whatever else it is. I have one channel that has like 400 subscribers. Yeah. I have the beauty channel, and it's my second largest channel. You guys, I am 12 away from hitting 1,000 over there. And then the other day I got to like 991. So I was like 9 away. I was like, oh, I'm in single digits away from hitting like 1,000 subscribers over there. And then it just ticked back 3. And I was like, thank you. Thanks for that. Oh, it broke my heart a little bit. But, and it's not like I'm not telling people like go subscribe to this channel, because I don't want people who are going to go if they have absolutely no care for that content at all. Like, I've already had the experience. Y'all know the story where I grew a whole bunch of subscribers from a whole bunch of people who didn't care anything about my content. So it's not like one of those where I'm like, I need people to go subscribe, but it's just something, you know, where you're like, you're so close, and then like the goalpost gets farther and farther away, and you're like, damn it. So I got as close as single digits. I got as close as 9 away from 1,000, and then it is abruptly back, I think, minus 12. So yeah, I rolled backwards. Oh, I'm not razzing you. I'm just saying it's funny. You know what though? I think a lot of the time I'm just a teacher at heart, so almost all of my channels have some sort of tutorial aspect. I guess the beauty channel doesn't. I'm certainly not teaching anyone how to do anything beauty related. So there you go. The beauty channel, I guess, which is Shelly Saves the Day. I don't know if you guys know this, I have videos in my camera roll. I've even edited them. I just haven't uploaded them yet. Some of them are short, some of them are whatever. I have them for the Table for Two channel, which is just either making meals that are like for 2 people, so you're not trying to feed like a family of 10, or like when you go out to a restaurant and then just like showing you like what 2 people order. I don't know why, I just feel like that might be interesting, but yeah, I have like a couple videos on that channel. I think I have now 5 subscribers. I think only 2 of them are me. So yeah, I guess I forgot about that channel. I have a channel where I only have 6 subscribers called Table for Two. I think it's called Table for Two. So I have that one. I have my vertical video one, but that is a lot of tutorials as well about vertical video. But I haven't posted on there in a while. So yeah. I have the music channel, which I don't do tutorials there. I just sing sad songs with my guitar. While my guitar gently weeps, because I don't know how to play it very well. So, I mean, there's that. But yeah, there's that. You guys are literally watching my squirrel brain at work, though. This is what it's like trying to have a conversation with me. You have 68 and I've had it for almost a year. Yeah, don't feel bad. Like, I think that one channel that I was talking about that has like 60 subscribers, it's been like a couple years. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. So yeah, I think I can go back and check. Let me go check as I tell you all that. Let's see here. I can tell you. So Shelly Saves the Day I've had for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years. It's been a long time. I have Shelly Shares Her Day, which sometimes I just do live streams or random recaps of my day, or just different like little shorts that don't belong on this channel. It has 125 subscribers. Wow, look at me. Table for Two has 6 subscribers. I think 2 of those are me. The Shelly Saves the Day podcast channel has 38 subscribers. And the singing one has 78 subscribers, and the vertical video channel has 491. We're almost at 500 over there. So there's that. So I definitely know what it's like to have small channels. I have a small channel too. I jump for joy when I grow even by one. Yeah, I know, right? And then it's always like sad when like it goes away if one, like, you know, and then you're like, why? What did I do? I know the feeling. I think I posted I will say, I think I posted a makeup short over on the Shelly Saves the Day channel. One thing I've been trying to do is get in the habit of, even though now I'm working from home all the time, right? Sometimes putting your makeup on, getting out of sweatpants or whatever else, but I will live and die in my sweatpants. I love sweatpants. Getting out and like putting your face on, even the 15-20 minutes that it takes, even if it's like a nothing look, it's kind of like your you time. It makes you feel like ready for the day. And so I've started doing like these before and after. It's part of this challenge called 100 Days of Makeup. But I was like, I can't do 100 days straight of makeup. I know I can't do this. And almost all of the makeup looks will look the same because I'm not talented at makeup. And so I do mostly the same look every single time. But it is a fun way to try and play with like transitions or music or different things like that. I've started putting them up. I think I'm through day 21. I posted day 21 today, but technically I think I have like 4 more that I just haven't uploaded and actually published yet. But one thing that I've started doing also is posting them on Pinterest. Raise your hand if you're using Pinterest. Because the thing with Pinterest is it's really random. I posted, you guys remember when I did an entire video about shorts, and then I broke it up into 20 shorts about shorts just for repurposing and testing purposes. They flopped on YouTube, but I put them on Pinterest, and like a couple months later, a couple of them have like 10,000, 12,000 impressions, and it's like, what? Just randomly, and they have these video pins over on Pinterest. So I've been putting my shorts over on Pinterest as well, and I had like 6 followers on Pinterest, and I'm now up to 200 followers on Pinterest, which, okay, blows my mind. And what's funny about that is I was talking with, I think it was Kristen Hills, and she was saying that Pinterest is one of the ways that they make a lot of money, from linking products and from cooking recipes and all kinds of things on Pinterest. And I thought it was fascinating because I feel like Pinterest is this underutilized, undertapped platform that, especially men, they don't really put a lot of time or effort into it. And it's not a ton of effort to either repurpose your shorts or to make a Pinterest graphic that is just taking your YouTube thumbnail and turning it on its side and moving around a couple things. And so I feel like I'm going to be like experimenting with Pinterest because it's hundreds. It was, I think, like 150. I think at one point I had over 200,000 impressions in like a week or a month or something like that with video pins over on Pinterest. Just insane. Just insane. So I feel like if I had something like that, plus I had something that I could link to, I feel like you could get a lot of people to buy things on Pinterest, because believe me, a lot of people are on Pinterest who want to buy the thing that's in the pin. Like, it's a thing. So I feel like I really should experiment with that in the future. And tell me if you guys are also experimenting with Amazon Influencer Program. I've definitely had my qualms and doubts about it, but I feel like a lot of people are finding a lot of success with it. And as much as my disdain for it, like, I can't deny that it's probably a very big moneymaker for certain types of channels. Absolutely. So you guys remember I was doing a weekly stream with my friend just for fun, Scott Peachy. We were doing the Would You Buy That series. I need to talk to him. It's summertime now. And I wonder if his daughter is still doing swim team practices right now, or if we should get the show up and running again. Like, I need one more thing in my life right now to catch up with. But that was such a fun stream. And I think in the entirety of the 9 weeks of the shows that we did, we made $5, which I offered to split with him. But he was like, well, you paid $12 for the domain, so why don't you hold on to it? So just for fun. That was a fun series. Okay. So what is the link to the beauty channel? If you go to my channels in my, maybe it's under the About section as well, but it's called Shelly Saves the Day. And then is the channel Table for Two, is that a cooking channel? I hesitate to call it a cooking channel. Maybe there will be some quick, you can make this and it will feed a couple people type of thing. It's part cooking, part here's what I ate at a restaurant channel, but mostly shorts. I don't plan on spending like a ton of time creating cooking content. that's regularly widescreen. Like I plan to do a lot of that, like shorts, phone, quick edits in InShot. So don't subscribe thinking that you're going to be like learning how to sous vide all the things, because that's not me. You missed the series. I missed the series too. It was fun. Yeah. How many channels do I have? Too many. I'll tell you that. Too many. Most of the time, I usually would tell people, like, you usually have to ride one horse with your full ass. You can't do like 10 things. It was better when I said 4 things quarter acidly, because I don't even know what divided by 10 is. Okay. But I also know you get to choose your own adventure and journey when it comes to YouTube. If you're someone who's gone too far down a path, like iMovie tutorials, like I had a long time ago, it can be really, really hard to like put in all of these other things, because people who come in looking for one type of thing one week and then come in the next week and see this cooking thing and they're like, what the hell is this? Are not usually going to stick around. That being said, well, let's back it up. So you end up having all of these channels with different focuses so that you can not go crazy and have a channel to have an outlet for all these things. That being said, now we're going to finish that thought. I think there's, for some people, if you don't care about growing as fast and you just want to put out the content that you want to put out, which is more of that selfish thing, right? Not what do the viewers want, it's what do I want to put out, and you're fine with growing slower, then you can build yourself up a nice little variety channel. But you don't really get to complain about how slow you grow, because, you know, someone who came in for the t-shirt cutting up video doesn't care about the iMovie tutorial, speaking from personal experience here. And there's that. And another thing that also happened to me, if you watch the live stream, which many of you probably didn't, where Gwen Miller was roasting my channel, she was like, yeah, you teach a lot of stuff and you do a good job at it, but like people don't really know you or seem to like you or come back for you. And I was like, thanks. Which is true, because most of the time in the tutorials, I was just trying to get through the thing as quickly as possible and teach you something. So I sacrificed people getting to know me, putting in personal content, putting in content that didn't jive with whatever I was already known for talking about. So I kind of put myself into a corner about the type of content that would or would not be okay on the channel. All that being said, now, when I had finally decided what I was going to make videos about, right, it was going to be YouTube advice and video editing. Those are now types of things that I may or may not even be able to talk about anyway. So when it comes to YouTube, don't do most of the stuff I've done in my career. Do as I say, not as I do. And I'm telling you this with love, so you don't have to go through the 4 years of whatever my channel has done. Okay? So that all being said too, right? Like, for me now at this point, because I put out a video and I'm lucky if I get 100 views anyway, which is just atrocious when it comes to view to subscriber ratio, I feel like I could make a huge drastic shift in my content and no one would either notice or care. Because not that many people watch my videos anyway. So it's kind of like, do what you want to do. Why do you have all these channels? But now I'm kind of like, I'm only single digits. I was only single digits away from hitting 1,000 on this other focused channel, right? So it's like, girl, could you at least get to the 1,000 subscribers before you decide to go off the rails and do whatever you want with your channel again? So, yeah, I'm really trying to get to 1,000 over on the beauty channel, and then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah. Thank you for doing the iMovie tutorials. You helped me. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I love hearing that. That's awesome. And if you guys should comment that kind of stuff to people more often, because a lot of the time we're like, we make videos and it doesn't help anyone, or like no one's watching them, or like is anyone learning anything? So it's nice when you actually hear that people are learning things. So what else, guys? Gals? We have what? Oh, geez, we only have like 5 minutes left. You guys want to boogie? Let's find a song real quick and we'll boogie. And yeah, we'll see if there's... Did you guys answer if there are particular videos that you guys want to see? I'm still waiting. Still waiting. For a girl like you. Answer me back. That one sounds a little aggressive. Let's see. Ooh, I feel like D. Nimmin with the funk, bringing it in. Okay, where are my dancing bubbles? 1 second. I like it though. I like it. You've never live streamed. So one thing I would say, no. Do I have a time limit? No. Usually I try and go for an hour. Just putting that out there. But some streams are shorter, some streams are longer, just because it's whatever we choose to talk about. So sometimes if I'm teaching something or I'm doing some sort of tutorial, sometimes it takes a little longer. If it's just a discussion and there's not a ton of chatter, then no biggie. But one thing I would say, when you're first getting started with live streaming, and don't take my word for it because there's like 10 of you here. What did I say, people? Do as I say, not as I do. One thing that you can do is advertise ahead of time, like a day or two before you're going to go live, that you're going to be going live, give a time, give a link, all that stuff. And then sometimes a reminder tweet like, hey, going live in an hour or something like that, like the day of. Next, if you already have a topic in mind, like that you want to talk about, then you want to be able to have a conversation or a topic that is already going to be standalone and fine as a topic, even if no one is to show up. So one of the worst things you can do, I think personally, when it comes to starting out on live streaming, audience, you can tell me if you agree. There's only 4 of you left. Sure, agree with this or not, is when you show up to a live stream and then the person's like, oh, I'm just going to give it 5 more minutes to see if anyone else shows up. It's so rude to the people that are already there too, as well. Like, I hate that. Don't do that to people. Like, respect their time and just show up. So I like to think of it as already have something that you would want to talk about anyway, even if the audience wasn't there. If the audience is there, it's a salt and pepper in, like lots of fun comments and responding to them in real time, which is like an extra bonus because who doesn't love that? But already have kind of in mind what you want to talk about, and don't be one of those that's like, shows up to a stream and says like, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to talk about today. So like, let's just wait until people show up and then whatever you guys ask me will be what we talk about. So I did half of that where I was just like, hey, it's just a catch-up session. But I also said it's a catch-up session. Also, beforehand, if you can upload a thumbnail, if you can do all your description and title and all that kind of stuff ahead of time, I still think treat it like a regular video. That's good. Or if you come back later and you find that there was some real nugget of wisdom, because why wouldn't there be? You could create a short or a clip or something of that particular thing and have it be, if it's like 5 minutes, maybe that could be a standalone, like separate video versus someone listening to an entire 3 or 4 hour live stream. You can also come back and do timestamps if there's something that you talked about at specific times that you'd like to be able to call out, so then people can come back and see what's in your live stream if it's something that they actually want to like check out or not. That can be really, really helpful. Yeah, so hopefully that gives you some ideas there. So you usually make a list of things to talk about and then you let it roll from there. Yeah, if no one shows up, you treat it like a normal video. Exactly. That's how I like to think of it too. In fact, I have a video back when I started TTT Thursday. I think the first one is, what to talk about or what to do when you're streaming basically by yourself, or how to be comfortable with that. So if that is something that you want to go back and take a watch, it's at the beginning of the TTT Thursday series, which is what to talk about when no one's there. I think in that one I was doing like a makeup get ready with me as an example of what you could be doing. So you already have a plan in mind, and like I said, people are the bonus and not the whole reason for the stream. So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna put on some chapstick real quick. And also like practicing, because there's something scary that happens with live streaming, and you just kind of get like a little more frantic, a little more deer in the headlights, and it happens to everyone. And there's this deer in the headlights that happens when it's the first time that it's happened and you're not sure what to do. And some people will just like shut off their live stream. I've seen that happen too, where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't hear anything, I'm gonna shut it off. And then you can kind of tell the more experienced streamers, because they're like, camera went down, here's a backup camera, and you just want to talk people through it, because they don't know necessarily what's happening or what your thought process is. So if you can talk out loud and be like, hey y'all, yeah, the camera went down, and so, I'm gonna try and hook up something else, or I'm gonna switch over to this back one, or enjoy this cute picture of my puppies while I figure this. As long as they're like talking through it and they're going through it, I think a lot of people are gonna be a lot more lenient, or like rooting for you. Like, you can do it. You can figure out, like, have you checked this cable? Did you make sure that this setting in your camera is turned off so that, it's not the timeout limit, or, some people can try and like help you out. But if you just kind of like freeze up and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, and you just like shut it all off, maybe it's not the best. I will say that I think that live streaming is one of those things that really helps you build not only your camera presence, but your rapport with your audience and your own resiliency when it comes to how you react to things under pressure. Because most of the time during a stream, something will go wrong. Your camera falls over, you spill your water, you like, your audio goes out, you're like, dude, it was just working 5 minutes ago and it just stopped working. All of the things seem to happen. And the more experienced and the more times that all of these weird things happen to you, then you're like, oh, next time that happens, I'm going to check this cable, or I'm going to have a backup camera, or I'm going to do whatever, switch to a different microphone. And I feel like it just helps you be a better creator, think more on the fly, and be a problem solver. So I think those are all good traits to have, not only when you're live streaming, but when you're just making videos in general. So I encourage most people to do live streaming, and especially if you're at the very beginning, don't think that anyone is too small to live stream. You've seen this. I've been making videos 5 years. I have 5 of you on this live stream. I don't care. That's fine. But I think a lot of the time people get a little bit like, oh, if I live stream and not a lot of people show up. Great. Have a better conversation with the people that are here, And like I said, don't rely on them showing up for you to be able to still have a video or a live stream like up your sleeve, or still have what you want to talk about in place. So you're actually the person that gave me the push to finally start my channel and stop procrastinating. Yes, that's what we're here for. That's what we're listening. So learned a lot from you, and I still go back and watch your videos again. Yay! That's awesome. Thanks. I will also say, if you're someone who's newer to YouTube, not only is getting used to live streaming at the very beginning very, very good for you, because you're not going to want to live stream for the first time when you first hit 10,000 subscribers, right? You maybe want to do it when you have like 50 subscribers and that community grows. And because I feel like the longer you wait, then either the more expectation or the harder you are on yourself. But it's also a really great way for you to build up your watch time hours and practice. Like I said, it's all about practice, right? Thank you for being here, Shelly. Your time is valuable. Thank you for being here. Your time is also valuable. Pixel Pia is in the house. How are you? How is your sister? Great to see you. I know I took last week off because I was out of town, but it feels good to be back. Yes. You like my personality. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. Nice. Let's see, we're catching up on all the pleasantries. And once you start live streaming too, and you have some regular folks that keep coming back to the live streams, then you have like your own little online community and family. And who doesn't love that, right? Who doesn't love that? All right. Other things, questions, comments, concerns, I guess, when it comes to live streaming / all the other things. Should we change up? Should we do a new background? Oh yeah, I forgot. We were waiting for the stormtroopers. Yeah, I was talking about how my to-do list of things is, triple the amount of time blocked I have to do said things, and I'm feeling very behind right now, and how I hilariously almost labeled tonight's live stream how to get more done with not a lot of time. And I was like, girl, no. You can't do that. You crazy. You have things. You got things that you got to do. So I got a lot of stuff that I got to do. Caleb thinks I'm probably ghosting him because I'm supposed to give him things. I think the rest of the Leap Into Live probably think I'm ghosting them because I haven't turned in my things yet. Yeah. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. I'm supposed to also respond back. I think Fulgens and Anna, I'm going to be a guest on their live stream next Monday because, like I said, next week we're kicking off the 6-week Lunch and Learn series for Fridays over on the Ecamm channel. And I'm supposed to be recording shorts to go along with those videos over there. So y'all, I need a better to-do list because my Post-its, like I said, they weren't doing it for me last week. How's the new job? The new job is good. I was just in San Diego last week for that. It was my first time traveling since November 2019. So it was exhilarating. It was exciting. It was a little scary. It was all of the things. We have a lot of stuff we're working on. We have a lot of things that we're working on. You guys will be seeing a lot of things. Last thing I was going to ask you guys and gals. Conference season is about to be upon us. What conferences are y'all headed to? There's Vid Summit and VidCon and People of Video and Social Media Marketing World and all the things. Have you guys already started planning your next rounds of travel to any of the places if you're going? If you didn't know, Vid Summit is my favorite of the conferences. It's coming up. It's going to be back in LA. I saw that Graham Stephan is going to be talking. I saw that Emily D. Baker is going to be talking. I saw that my friend Viper is going to be emceeing, which if you're on Clubhouse or whatnot, y'all know him. He's everywhere. And I'm so excited for him. I think that's very, very exciting. It's very exciting that he's going to be emceeing part of that event. Like, hello, that's amazing. So I know there's several other speakers, and it's just going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Still not going in person, mostly because Sis is not all set up yet after the move. Yeah. I get that. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're actually past the hour. So I'm going to get going because I need some food. Right? Yeah, Vid Summit is a little bit pricier. And I think it's one of those things where the cost is something that keeps that conference small. Because you really have to be kind of like, it's not, please understand me when I'm saying, I'm not trying to be flippant, but it's not like spending $150 or, $70 or something on, I don't even know what VidCon is anymore. It's like $100. Like Vid Summit, you're making a commitment. Plus you have to like travel. Plus you have, so I think it's one of the reasons why they're still able to have it, not at a huge, like, what is that, convention center, but like at a hotel conference with all the different ballrooms and everything. And I think the cost is one of the things that like keeps it that small. Or not only that, but they only have a certain amount of tickets that they are willing to sell because of capacity and everything concerns. So Vid Summit is it's probably the most expensive of the conferences. In my personal opinion, in the few years that I've gone, it's always been my favorite. Take that for what you will. I know that they have the virtual sessions that you can purchase, I believe, as a standalone, which is really, really awesome because I think a lot of people, it's just cost prohibitive, or like the sessions are so good. You want to see them and have access to them. I'll say one of the cool things about VidCon, VidSummit, all of that stuff is the hallway conversations that you end up having. Those are always like, those are valuable. It's like also getting to hang out with some of your friends, because a lot of the time you see a lot of the same people. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get out of here and skedaddle. I'm so excited that live streams are back. I felt sad last Thursday that we didn't do a live stream, so I'm back for that. And let me know all the things. Leave a comment on videos that you want to see, all the good things. All right. You guys have a great night, and I will see you very, very soon next week. All right. Bye, guys and gals.